Just waiting for notifications to go through. Hello, Midland train spotter. Hey, Jack, Mr. Fenton. First train in a few moments' time, 2L71 from Leicester to Lincoln Central. I had to teach you your last name, didn't I? So it's easy. That's 156414 running a few minutes behind. Here's the delayed 1505 East Midlands Railway service from Leicester to Lincoln Central. Actual pass 1510. Right, who's joined? My actual moderator's not appeared yet. I asked them a few minutes ago if they were free and they said yes. I'll make your mind up, are you or aren't you? Don't be ridiculous. Let me drop my bag down it. There we are. Yeah, it does look good. It's got a good angle here. I was here the other day, but thought might as well come around here. Beans there's a special 60 on the train from Boston. Thought why not pop back round here? Because I've got the swoop either side. I know I've got the line for like 10 minutes. So I'll come and show you. If we hear a horn, run like fucking hell. So you got the bend that way, towards Lincoln Central and Saxelby. Then you've got the bend this way towards Boultham and Highcombe. Let's kick it. There we are, there's my mod. Let's shut the gate, which for some reason stays half open. And sometimes falls through into the railway line. Our next train should be 1529, that same train back again. This sign is true because we are at a bi-directional junction. Although something's collapsed over there, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Never mind. The road part of this crossing's private. And the block over there used to be a dump. You could probably guess by the area. The old Boultham area itself is drained down. I don't know what's back here. I'm not going to go too far in case there's a mass murderer. You can't be too sure, really. Yeah, it just curves round. It might go round to Roston's Tip, which is quite a dangerous miniature warning light crossing to access. That's why I've not done it. If you want to pull up Google Maps whilst you wait and search like Lincoln Morrison's, and then just go up to the railway line on the sharp bend, you'll see the miniature warning light crossing there on satellite mode. It's inside a scrap heap at EMR. So I'm not even going to try and get in there because I'll probably get a car dropped on me. I might get an engine thrown at me. Well, you never know, do you? And it is a scrapyard. You could play Scrap Heap Challenge. Rest in peace TV show. It was a good one, that. Don't know if anyone remembers it. If anyone's old enough to. Here's the older type of crossing sign where it used to say Coobridge L. So the S and the C's been scribbled back on in marker pen. The only issue, though, this little piece of road we're on doesn't have that name on it on any other page but, like, OpenStreetMap. So I'll need to throw it onto Google as such. Ain't it weird? That's the only actual named sign here, because this telephone, let me just put my other phone away so I can show you inside. You see, this telephone says Skew, right? Now keep that in your mind. Whilst we've got way. And we look in this telephone. So officially, this level crossing is known as Skew Bridge Tip. Skew Bridge and fuck all. Why at any sort of user work crossing, one, would you use two names? And B, why would one phone not have a name? Skew Bridge Tip. Skew Bridge. No. Unless I'm suddenly stupid, I don't understand it. It is basically. And the bridge we actually call Skew Bridge as locals is way up at what they call Oak Farm Crossing. That's where Skew Bridge actually is, not back here. I've been a resident for about 14 years, if a lot more, so I'd know. Also, they just pinned this trespassing sign anyway, but right. I don't know. Also, I don't think these gates have been used in many years either. It's a state. You see better gates at, like, Healing. Mind you, that is an even more used line if you think about it. It's even got a miniature warning light. No sort of that here, just stop signs. No unauthorised vehicular access gates, and two wickets, one that wants to float and foul inside the railway line, and something over there that's fallen over. So next is that blue 156 back on the 1529 service. It's raining, so I'm going to go back over the other side. Not that it'll be drier there, but that's not the point. I can just fart about. Whee. So like we say, that corner is towards Lincolnshire and Saxelby, where it goes on a Boultham Junction, and that way straight around towards Icombe. Now, this isn't very safe. Say you're bringing a wheelchair through. The gate stutters closing and sometimes sticks. Oh, and also the fancy notice. Disintegrated. Rubbish. Useless. Open the far gate and not the near side. Got it. So to get through this crossing, say if I bought a van, I'd have to open the far gate and crash into this one, because that's what the sign says. Quite literally. The sign says to open a gate and close two. So I've got to open the far one, bash into this, then close them both. I'm not even trying to make it look stupid. That's how it comes across to someone who, like, is just reading it straight off the bat. I don't understand it. You just don't know dark sky on this other phone, hang on. Use chat whatever and I'll pick up on it. That's a diversion heading across West Holmes Junction to Pie Wipe. We're not on the diversionary branch, because nothing diverting down here today. Should be in the city tomorrow though. Darren's begging for us. While using app. Well, that's a lie, hang on. Dark sky, I want Celsius, miles and miles per hour. Oh dearie, dearie me. That's not good, is it? Well, it is England. So yeah, the next train is the 1529 East Midlands Railway service from Lincoln Central to Leicester. Then we've got after that I'm going to push this stream off, because then's the Boston to Towton about 8 minutes afterwards, and that's the DB Rail 60. William Wilberforce, I think it's number 64. I was checking RailCam before I came out. I can't remember what it said. But I think this might be a good angle for the photograph of that other train, don't you think? The 60. Which you'll see in the main video, because I recorded the last clip whilst you was watching it through. So this you saw at the start. You'll also see in the main video. So there's a video and this. This for the chat aspect, and that just for the traction. So that's what you'll see on the main video anyway, which will be out later on. Then this is in the meantime. I bet it's strange to see a video recorded inside a stream as part of a separate video. Sun's trying to peek in. Ah, someone switched off. I really am that boring, aren't I? Sucks to be me. Yes, it does. Who actually uses these wickets anyway? I should say the main road gates. Because the road gates are listed as private, and I can't find a page for the pedestrian crossing. Bradford, cold, I slept. Good for you, J-Wad. Good for you. What used to be up here as well, because it's just got two long fence pieces, and over the other side, it's got the, like, this sign. So what should be up there? Dublin cold, yeah. Cold everywhere, isn't it? Irish Railways Channel. Cold everywhere. Probably be colder tomorrow when I've got Darren farting about in the city. Mind you, we have got Mayflower due through, and an engineering freight train beforehand from Huntingdon. So I suppose that's something. And did you know, some of this line runs off Westinghouse. Such as that crossing in yesterday's video. Quarrington. That's managed by Westinghouse. No wonder it's in rats tonight. Doesn't surprise me. Nothing ever does. Actually, you know what? I might just... I'm thinking what to do, because this stream will be held longer than the main video anyway, because of the restriction of train services. Do we want this video on demand and a short video afterwards, or what do we actually want? Because the grey 60 for DC Rail will not be on the stream. It'll be a separate video. But what do we do about it? Do you actually want a separate video? Because either way, like I say, the 60 is not going to be in this. That'll be separate. Then I can get a proper photograph of it. Hey, Ben. Yeah, the 60, like, it's currently in Brayford Loop, and I want to get that as its own separate thing. But, like, the video itself will be very boring, so what do we do about it? Mind you, videos are always boring, aren't they? I've got 3 freights, Joe. Have I really? Ooh, let's have a look. Well, the 1537 Ratcliffe, no. This, yes. I don't know what... Because I want to get a decent quality shot of the 60 and a decent photograph, but then if I do, you won't see it live. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm quite literally lost in the world of very tacky notices that have disintegrated in next to no time at all. Hello, Great Western fan. Trains, planes, and more. There's only two actually due because the Immingham Ratcliffe ain't running. I'm gonna have to check the signalling map now because he didn't start off Origin and he doesn't run during this season. 669. What the bloody stomach pills is that? No, that's the petroleum. What are we doing? Hang on. Yeah, got it. The Immingham Ratcliffe is a false report. Because Langworth reported it over the petroleum train as well. So it's a bit of hit and miss. You know what? I'll keep you on for this 60 bugger it. It'll only be a few minutes after the next train anyway, and it'll probably leave the loop right after the next train's past us. Hey, General Marathon. That's the way your name's written, so that's the way I'm saying it. Yeah, bugger it, I'll keep you on for the other train. Then just have this as a video on demand and another video on demand of just the trains. I suppose it varies it slightly, doesn't it? If it was better weather, I'd started to prepare the December channel picture. So that's what I decided I'm doing now instead of farting about changing the picture like every day, every week, is have one set for the month. Like the one that's currently up, if I remember rightly, was taken over at Gampston Foot Crossing near Retford. Except the sun was in the wrong place for that to work properly, but it does the job. So that's up until end of November, start of December. I was just reading a message and suddenly got confused. The current pictures from Gamston. Hello. All the signals between Stereo Park and Power Up are red. Good for them. Right, well, my stream's showing, so that's good. I can watch myself. Look. Look. Let's get the special effect. Here we go. Here we go. Then let's move it away. Then you watch that. Yeah, let's go again, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Fun. Let's move it out. Not as much help, and then move it away. That went very well. Just gonna check my notifications, see if a spam bot's returned. Nah, I think we're lucky. Can't see any evidence of one anyway. Reported out of a lot of spam comments earlier. If you want, I'll tell you what the spam reports are actually over once I check where the next train is. Wonderful. Right, where are we looking? 2L70, yeah. As soon as he's past West Holmes, we are literally here to the right of the line. So any train that heads to 7947 or 7949, they're the two signals just on the corner around there. I don't know when I'm next in Worksop. Hang on, there we are. What website? Link on the very top of it there. Yeah, you've had time to get it. You can pause back if you need to. The next train is the 1529 East Midlands Railway service from Lincoln Central to Leicester. We'll stay this side for it because he's already past West Holmes. If we cross, he'll come behind us and we'll probably get killed. Wouldn't it be a bad thing? Mind you, I'd be known as one of the people who streamed their own death, wouldn't I? It happens a lot, actually. That's why YouTube streaming was restricted to 1,000 subscribers plus, because of this. Any advice? We'll do a proper talk after the train's gone. I think he's nearby. We need a miniature warning light here. Seriously. Yeah, get a good stable camera. Don't be like this. That's horrible. Where's this blue train again? Here he is, he's on the corner. Oh, 56414 back again. Was it? Or was it 3? I've just seen the thing and just bloody forgotten. Hang on. I think it was number 4. I can't read the video. When it blurs that badly, you can't make it out. Right, we're just literally waiting for the this freight train next. The other one over here, that's the masked petroleum train, Humber, Kingsbury. The other one, nowhere to be seen because it's not running. So we're literally just waiting for 1 Lima 72 to pass West Holmes to then get the road down here. The best angle for it is probably literally up here and then over the fence. Because the other side there, we're just going to see the fence. And here it wasn't much good with that 156, I don't think. Then I've just got to find what this unit's then on afterwards and get a proper picture of it. What's down the post? Oh, it's actually clean. We used to chuck rags and shit down there. That's all been chucked into this hole instead. That's enough of that. People are probably starting to eat the dinner 3:30. Now the next train's not got the road over here yet. So I might hold him back a few more minutes. I did report a bug on the Nottingham map back to Peter, who reported it to Network Rail, which should have been fixed earlier. But it's still lagging behind. So if we was to quickly flip to, say, Nottingham's map. I'll re-report this through to Peter tomorrow if it's still like it. Right, that train's there, right? It's still got the road back from that signal there, which it would have passed about 2 minutes ago. So the Nottingham map is still lagging out, and that's an issue with the train describer. Which has been reported through to Peter, who's reported it through to Network Rail, who said it would have been fixed by this morning. Great fat lie that was. It's been happening for about 3 weeks. Not much good, are they? Not much good at all. All of the maps are working fine. The next route's for a diversion. So that'll be 1 Delta 18 through there. So we are going to be waiting a little while for this train. But yeah, bugs on these maps. You know something? That bug only started occurring when Peter put route indications on that map. Where did I start filming crossings or stations? I could tell you, or you could go onto my channel and look in the oldest videos. You'll find one there. That's if you want to do the work. You're on floor slepping. Good for you. I don't know what slepping is, and I don't dare say it again in case I get monetised. Slepping. I'll be fine. This channel don't even want to say the word fuck or shit too often either. I think we're going to knock copper out of the court as well, the Child Online Protection Act, or whatever it is. We're going to knock that out of the ballpark because we say fucking arse way too often that we're obviously not made for children, are we? Any that do watch are either falsifying their age or some other thing. Because our channel actual analytics thing says most of our viewers are between... Well, the highest, I think, is between 35 and 44. So, people are always watching on their parents' accounts, aren't they? So I think we might fall past copper perfectly fine. So I don't lose out any money, you don't lose out on anything else, like comments and live chat and shit. Otherwise, if we didn't comply, this would just be a stream of me literally talking to myself, as I practically am to anybody passing by. But you won't be able to talk either. Welcome to Copper. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Doesn't work though, and it'll never work, will it really? Like, of course, we all know about now the 1,000 subscriber stream limit. And that mostly was to protect any viewers from watching live suicides. Has that worked? Not really, because then they go to other platforms and still do it. So you can't win at that anyway. When am I in Boston again? I don't know. I need to get a couple around there yet, don't I? I need to get like Seacroft and Wainfleet bypass out at Skegness. Need to get, what's this bloody face? Just Limb Bank, Brewster Lane and Matt's Armpits near Thorpe Culvert. Need getting yet. Little steeping. I also need to get Boston London Road at the docks yet. Well, that's nothing important, so I can leave that as long as I like. So when am I next out of Boston? I don't know. When I next decide to throw something in. Okay, we just got our route line up here again. So that should be the next out of the loop, if there's nothing behind him. No, I'll not be getting the bus. I wanted to walk up. I was forced to be stuck in the back of the car. Different kettle of fish that. It was going to rain either way, wasn't it? What's all this shit back here? Plastic, bits of bottles, a leaf, a route line, a train that will be here in about 3 minutes. I think our best view's at the front fence, to be perfectly honest. What was that? One from London Road and yeah, there is a couple on YouTube at London Road. There's one from a sort of Sam, I forgot his last name. There's one from Darren, which, let's be perfectly honest, was a pile of old tut. And also, let's be perfectly honest, his A16 wasn't much better, was it? Like, go on Darren's A16 video. Person trapped inside crossing. There's no safety netting. The bloke with the dog could have ducked under to finish crossing. Apparently that's clickbait worthy. Apparently that couldn't have happened. Apparently I've just missed a comment. Someone's on about a curry. Yeah, it's probably our best angle here, except it's such a shit. I'm going to change sides to be worse. You know, I'll just stay where I was over here. And the worst we do is get the fence in it, but then you'll see it from the side there, won't you? Maybe these streams come out in better quality and not all blurry. Never mind. He's coming. This is the train from Boston. The 60 would have sat in Broadfield sidings whilst the stock was taken through the A16 and London Road. Whereas the docks itself is private property, even Network Rail cannot access the site. Train approaching. William Wilberforce the Two. Someone was asking about the next passenger train, weren't they? Right, that'll be the 1550 from York Northgate to Peterborough. So like in 10 minutes' time, I'll probably stay. I'm going to stay for it, I think. Then if the main video comes out utter dog shit, I've still got this stream to use, haven't I? If both come out shit, what are we going to do? Right, petroleum's now on the move. Then he'll be stopping at Lincoln Central. Then coming down here afterwards. So he might be straight down or he might go in the loop. Ooh. Right, I've just got a screenshot of that train from EWS Trains. Look at the quality past the camera. I can't make out its number at all. Mind you, that's just when things pass at that sort of angle, isn't it? Anything else would probably come out perfectly fine. Also, I got a message recently from someone who apparently works for Rosehill Rail or Hold Fast, but lives in Minnesota. I'm going to cover out the name. There you are. Right, so lives in Snellman, Minnesota. I work for Rosehill Rail Hold Fast. Do you really? Doesn't seem likely, does it? I'm fairly sure, like, Old Fast and Rosehill and that lot is manufactured in Britain. So why would you work for them if you're out in Minnesota? There's strange things that come to my Facebook inbox. It's a bloody joke. I'm going to change size and get the last two over there. But what do you think to that? Oh, I work for A, B and C, but I'm not in the same country that it's made. So I'm certain Old Fast and Rosehill are British. Like here's Strail, we know they're British or German. I don't know, they're used all over the place. How's that sign got bent? Yeah, it's that, and then this. Yeah, if the person lives in America, they can't work for a company that manufactures mostly not America. Unless someone wants to Google check for me where Rosehill Rail or Hold Fast is actually from, then we might be able to pick them up on that, but I can't make any heads or tails out of it. It means nothing to me. Hello, the English train spotter 2019. Right, just wait. There we are, they just got the route line. Oh, he's off in the... Yeah, he's looping around the other train, isn't he? So he might still come straight down. What was the name of the company? Rosehill Rail. Or search Hold Fast Rail. And what you say? Doesn't stream take up a lot of 4G? Well, last month I had about 25 gigs spare. So I'm trying to drain that this month. I don't know why I need to, but that's not the point, is it really? They've had to strap the piece of wood here to the fence. Well, that was quite rude. That 66 just tooted over at Boultham Junction. Right, he's coming straight down here, is he? That's the route line for you, look. Off of that signal, into the loop, back out of it again. Waiting for that signal to set. Which it's just done. Yeah, Rosehill are based in Sowerby Bridge, which is Britain. Where's Old Fast? It's like, if they are based here, why is he messaging me from Minnesota? Oh, I work for A, B and C. Because clearly you probably don't. Like, what's a random British-owned company that doesn't trade anywhere else, if we can think of one? Then we could roleplay and say we work for them, but we live nowhere near where they're based, so we've got no way to work for them. Is the logic we can find from this. It's just utter dog shit. I think this next train I'll get far back, then you can see the actual swoop of the place. But yeah, I don't get that message at all. It just seems like dog shit. Holdfast is the same based in Selby Bridge, which is the United Kingdom. So why is Minnesota bloke claiming he works for them when his current residence is Minnesota according to his profile? Not fooling anybody, is he? I just heard the Transpennine Rob chime, but this isn't a bloody station, it's behind most things. And the latest batch of student accommodation. See, I just don't get what that bloke's trying to say, because he's not a good liar, is he? If he is lying, it's not a good one. Unless Google lies, but that's not the point. Where's... bloody hell. I'm thinking, oh, this would work, I'm best off changing side again or not. The same joint company, yes, but still they've got nothing to do with Minnesota, have they? Also, there's a quarter-mile post. It's getting dark. Just thinking what side to go, because our next passenger train is at Highcombe. Our next other train is at the Loop. I think they'd usually double pass slightly further up. I think actually in the Teleline they'd usually pass around here. So do we get back on the other side or do we stay here and hope for the best? No, that is a tough call. Well, you're saying trade sides again, right? We'll do that then. Only got one response, but I've got enough time to do so. So let's fart about once more, just whilst we've got enough leeway. Whee! Kick the gate, because I've got no free hands. Well, that's safe, isn't it, lads? Ugh. Bonk. Right, we'll get back where we were then. I don't know if that was going to work out the other side or not. One phone on each side, but that's not going to work, is it? I won't know where the other train is. Plus, I've got nowhere to prop it up. Now, this site would have probably worked for a new photograph for the channel for next month, but it's not the weather for it, is it? The rain did stop, though, eventually. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's going to be tight, right? He's just departing the Loop. He's just over at Boultham and they're staying down. But Donington Road looks to have gone up. This could be anybody's game. Pacer should be in the photo, yeah, but not got time to pop to Gainsborough, have I? Here we go. Petroleum train coming. I think it'd be another 60. This time for DB Cargo. I'll know when I see it. Or we get the tone. The EMR was 153321, 153381. Bloody hell. Well, oh yeah, those two used to be family, didn't they? Well, that didn't work for nobody. Because those two used to be family. There's a 50 difference between a number of these to be part of a 155. I think they were both skinny side oats. Right, I think I've got the road to pass now, unless one of them dog boxes detaches and rolls backwards. So let's yank the gate as hard as we can. Then we'll call it here. Because I'm not really waiting another like 20 minutes for the next train, am I? When I can leave. Right, kick you out, jump out. Ping. Right, so that was live Boultham Junction. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.